Hi, welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam. I'm here with Nick, Austin, and Bob, and we just finished the Banished Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition campaign. Haven't told them yet, but basically I want to do a little bit of just a short discussion about the campaign as a whole, expectations that you had, thoughts on how you thought it went. I guess I'll start from some of my end, which largely, the campaign was running modern 5th edition, with a little bitty document that I made up that hopefully was, other than the obvious lack of a rocket launcher, that was a thorn in everyone's side. Yeah, and flamethrower, but no one seemed to care that I didn't have a flamethrower.
I was going to say automatic.
Automatic does. Although, I kept telling you, if you come up with an idea, let me know. And you kind of knew what it would do.
Yeah.
Area suppression, that kind of thing. It just never came up, at the point that you needed it. But yeah, other than that, technically, part of the goal with the game was me thinking, I'll figure some more stuff out. Obviously, Bob did not care for me liking the idea that just assume that someone purchases the right bullets for their gun. That's what the game runs in the assumption of.
That is not my problem. My problem is your classifications of rifles does not make sense. And also your proficiencies don't make sense. People learn to shoot rifles before they learn to use handguns. Pretty much exclusively, people shoot rifles first because they're...
So long arms should be easier than handguns?
Yes.
Okay.
And handguns are way more versatile. Their usefulness is...
So more people should have long guns and less people... Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that. One of the big things that I did like is we got...
A sniper rifle doesn't belong down there. It belongs up here at the rest of the rifles because the usage of them is no different. There is no difference between the usage of a large caliber rifle and a regular caliber and a medium caliber
He is
rifle.
referencing the fact that I have sniper rifle put with the heavy weapons just simply based on the fact that it deals damage more related to that group rather than how it's actually used. Which is a valid point.
I hate that.
Okay. Otherwise, yeah. So definitely finding some pet peeves. We got a good thing. We have a special type of bullet.
No, I'm very fond of the bullets.
Yeah, which I feel like definitely before really doing anything with this would need to do that. Part of me felt like during this I was going to expand it a lot more than I did, but I got a few good notes. I didn't expand vehicles like I thought I might.
Well, we couldn't teleport with the
truck.
Yeah. Well, you were never going to be able to teleport with it once I figured out how teleporting was. But I did not begin the game knowing that would ever happen. Like, that wasn't, like, part of the campaign.
Your NPC made it happen.
I know. That was something that I figured out mid-campaign just based on needs that I'm noticing in order to draw you into the action.
I really needed my truck.
If we had gotten the truck, it would have been a whole lot more even heavier caliber weapons of somehow purchasing a minigun to strap to the top of a truck.
Yeah, bigger weapons. It also would have been, a lot more awkward with going into smaller confined areas or any of that. Just
brush card.
No, point being,
teleporting
the idea
into
of
a
you as
building.
Individuals, I could just pop you down wherever I wanted. I didn't have to be concerned with any of that. If I wanted to put you on a city street, I could. If I wanted to put you in a baseball field, I could. If I wanted to put you inside of an office building, I could. Your truck doesn't fit there.
Sure it does.
Not without being broken and making you sad.
No,
also,
else
I
breaks.
I owe you a
IKEA
deep
does.
apology. Throughout the campaign, I could not figure out that he didn't have a Jeep. From session 1 to session 16. Jeep. Every time. And he'd be like, you mean my truck? I was like, maybe.
He's a tiny, tiny man. He needs a gigantic truck.
And to marry a gigantic lady.
Hey,
Yeah, that all happened right there at the end there.
He had a passion for mountain climbing.
Yes.
Yeah, no. So does she.
Not that kind of mountain.
But you probably did vacation to like...
Yeah, no, it's like you can do one while she does...
Just hanging on her back. You're doing great, babe!
Now I'm just imagining you in one of those... What are the child-carrying things?
Papoose?
A papoose, yes. Just on her back in a papoose.
No, I'm gonna ride her back like I'm Yoda.
But think back, whatever, session 1, you guys fought a dragon.
Yes.
two of you fought a dragon while one of you sat in the truck drinking some beer.
And
Did
recording.
not die. Did not take damage.
Yeah, no, you.
To be fair, didn't you die the most?
He died
Yes.
the once. You died once too.
No, he got dropped by the devil a couple times too.
Yep.
And the purple worm.
I've been making Destiny throws 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one thing that I definitely with this campaign. What level you guys at the end? What was that?
7.
7. I mean,
We fought some CR21
yeah,
creatures.
yeah, exactly. Like I did not hold back with what I put them up against. Occasionally, I held back with some of the actual abilities that those things had.
Well, like the amount of damage a purple worm actually puts out.
Yeah, some things. Yeah, I mean, what did I do? Don't Work Dragon, I think, was the first one. Basically, CR 17, and what were you at the beginning? 3? Level 3?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I did a few things in a cinematic way to trying to make things, more cinematic and less just kill you. I definitely did some of that. But in general, I was open to just sort of whatever monster came to mind, let's throw it at you and see what happens. Can you come? You had guns that could put out a lot of damage, so let's see what you can figure out with things. What was the overall thought? Because I mean, with the modern setting, we had modern classes. What was your overall?
I like the classes, except for the proficiencies, which we already discussed. My biggest problem with
The
guns,
proficiency that maybe, and I mean, probably with that almost sounds like.
I could... During a different modern campaign, my specialty I picked would have been a lot more useful.
What specialty was that?
I was the hacker. I used
Yes!
that all once.
Although, to be fair, think about this setting.
Yeah.
I don't think that was ever going to be...
Yeah.
We're dealing with people from a magical world! Yes. Hack all of their computers.
And that, no one messed with Barbarian.
Yeah, no one did Adrenaline Junkie.
It's not a very good class.
Just for the power and things.
I read it over. I didn't like it.
Okay, just flavor-wise? Yeah, it definitely has either you are doing this thing, or... Yeah.
I can't make it Dex-based Adrenaline Junkie. I don't like it. Those are the best barbarians, and I hold to that to my grave. Dexy barbarians are best barbarians.
Well, Mike Morales would disagree with you, but...
Who?
The guy who...
One of the lead designers on the game.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he should have done a better job.
Of making strength more applicable. You gave one bonus of +2 damage to strength.
Yeah, if he had made strength and dex instead of dex and con, their AC things, I totally would have made a strength-based barbarian.
The idea is you're supposed to be using reckless swing all the time, so you don't care about your AC. They're going to hit you anyways.
No, that's dumb.
It is guaranteeing you're hitting. It's supposed to be to do damage. Guarantee you're hitting by reckless swinging.
No, you just sit there and be a problem forever.
You wanted it more tanky, dodge, and have all the health. And take half damage.
Yes, well, you always like to be very
Survivable.
survivable, yeah.
You never.
Which
just
is kind
taking
of weird,
that save,
because do
did
you not realize that in my games, I don't kill you? I mean, I could, and I could definitely mess up.
So what you're saying is I'm not power gaming enough. Is that
No,
what you're telling me
you're
right now?
overpowered.
No,
here.
No, you're preparing
telling me
for a situation that
I'm not power
if
gaming
I
enough.
were to kill you, I would feel, in general, like I've messed up.
Hence Austin being alive
Don't
in a
worry,
purple
Adam.
worm after exploding.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Adam.
Hey,
My
I died
next
in an actual
character.
campaign mission and good.
Yeah.
I actually died there.
Don't worry, Adam. My next character will make way less sense.
I believe that. You've told me some of the ideas you have.
No, I haven't told you any of the ideas I have.
And whatever I did...
Threatened me with potential ideas.
And I like
But
that.
you know what?
I
I would
have.
like to thank you if you actually have more ideas than you told me, because I did specifically request, don't tell me anything. I don't want to have expectations for your character until you're positive what you're going to do based on your stats.
Bob, no matter what idea you had, it wasn't as bad as the suicidal cord worshipper.
Because Austin wanted to be in the campaign less. This campaign, you mostly sat there like, yep, playing off phone. It's like, granted, it was exactly what your character was also doing, but...
Hey, I'm not unsatisfied.
Yeah.
I blew up a dragon with a landmine made of T4.
You had that great party with the pig roast.
Yep.
You no longer have to work at a bar.
But I can if I want to.
It's not a bar anymore.
I have no doubt once he got enough money, he would build his own bar.
Go on in. To a place where everyone knows your name.
Because it's on the compound and it's company coin for drinks.
Or, if I just feel like handing them out.
Otherwise, you were very upset with the Silver Dragon Heskin throughout the campaign.
Rollins was very upset with the Silver Dragon Heston. I thought it was hysterical.
Which makes that episode where he came in so much more funny, because Adam couldn't separate the two.
Yeah, no, it's so often I can't. It's just like... Because all of a sudden that was an aspect that when you jumped into role-playing that, you just... You did. You just... spoke it. You just...
Rollins is not a clever man.
What could I have done better? What would you have wanted me to...
More levels.
More
leveling up?
more.
Does everyone feel that way? I mean, I tried to give you a decent number of levels over time. You went from 3 to 7 over 16 sessions. So basically that's a level every 4 sessions.
That's slow. That said, full disclosure, you'd give me 2 levels every session, I'd still want a few more.
Yeah,
It's like even bringing the young monks.
Start the session, get a level, middle of the session, get another level.
I'd be at the end of the session. Hours of gameplay.
I'd be at the end of that session going, come on, one more.
That's basically like if in the game that you guys play once a month for David, it's basically like an 8-hour. If you got a level every...
No, that's because we don't do anything in that 8 hours. We go 8 hours of gameplay and we get maybe 24 hours done.
Well, to be fair,
in-game time.
The penultimate session of this campaign was 2 hours that maybe lasted like 2 minutes. No, it was more. It was more like 3 or 4 minutes because it was all a single combat.
Yeah, we don't have combat in David's games. What we have is, there's something that could cause combat. Vic goes over there, deals with it, and the rest of us go on with our day.
Now, I am okay.
I'm not always ineffectual.
Yeah. I am fine with long combat sessions. It happens from time to time.
You wanted maps.
I do like maps. What I was going to say is, back in Young Monks, it felt a little contrived of combat every session, but...
Young Monks was. It wasn't... That was... this game and the one before it are a lot more... And disagree with me if you do. Let me know. A lot more of the style that I've traditionally ran for ages, whereas the few games before that were a lot more planned out.
Yeah, you kept the ones before on the tracks.
And the reason for that is because when I started filming this, I got scared. Y'all scared me. Just like I had to be able to keep the story. Some of the sessions now with these, like we've had a full combat session, and that feels to me like that could be potentially very boring. Or we have ones that meander a whole lot. But it's part of the game.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't feel like you guys get bored. And eventually I've just sort of decided if they do, that's part of the game. Hopefully, if anything, you're learning the game and enjoying us as people.
Honestly, if you didn't want to watch the full combat session, you just go watch the recap. Because before we do every episode,
we kind of go over what's...
Yeah,
you just want to skip an episode.
Time.
Yeah.
So if you look at it and go, is this entire thing combat? And you do the standard YouTube thing of skip. Whole thing's freaking combat. Go to the next episode.
Yeah, we'll kind of... Yeah, I guess I do try and always recap that at the beginning.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Because we love that joke.
And we're no longer allowed to make that joke. Well, in fact, we weren't allowed to make it when we did make that joke.
I also like the idea of any campaign where we can just break you.
Yes, any campaign you can break me.
Well, that's fun no matter who it is.
It is.
Anyone who plays D&D knows. The best thing to do is when you upset your DM to the point where they have to take a walk. That's you've won the game. It doesn't matter how many gazebos they throw on you after that. You've already won.
That's one thing I've actually shared, because I'll watch online, and there are definitely people that give, like, sort of advice for running, D&D. And so one of the things is to just sort of be able to throw it off as you expected everything.
Mm-hmm.
And, that you were prepared and that you were so prepared your players never threw a wrench. And I do not do that.
Oh, no,
I feel like half of your joy is just knowing when you've managed to...
No, if we did that, we would start trying.
Yeah, we would make it our mission.
Yeah, this is by accident.
Yeah,
There were a couple times
gameplay.
we tried to prank poor David, where we all got together and went, so, today he breaks, right? And we're like, yeah, today he breaks.
Yes. It's like us realizing in the young monks of you're trying to keep to a strict, you have everything planned out. Let's keep capturing people alive and questioning them.
And what happened?
They escaped.
The train ran through our monastery, carried away our capture victim after we planned so hard.
And
to
you know
keep
what?
her.
Obviously, that's not the campaign we're talking about. But in that campaign, in between that and the next session, I realized a wonderful way that I could have used that and kept everything on track, and it hurt me.
That you did it that
That
way.
I did it that way because I couldn't think of it in the moment. But with a little more time, I thought of other ways that I could have used that and made it where you didn't feel like things were broken, and it really was just I felt like I had to panic in that moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a lot freer with. Sort of, because traditionally my style tends to be a little less of here's what the campaign is and more of a here's what the setting is. What's the campaign?
Yeah. Well, here's a question for you. During the end of this and even the last campaign, we were sort of peering about having won, and do you feel we're doing something wrong there?
When you're doing what?
At the end of this campaign, it's like, okay, we've basically won for the last 2 sessions. We're expanding the business and doing this. It's like, this could theoretically go on forever, but it's just going to be more of this.
Yeah, and when that happens, and I decide, okay, we're near an end of, and good, what I just did at the end of this game, and I think I did it, and yeah, I did it at the end of the last one. It was just sort of try and get you guys talking of, what do you guys do?
Yeah.
And just sort of really opening the floor of what's, you've got this.
Yeah.
I got nothing more to throw at you that you can't just take care of. What do you guys do? And let's just get a little more of that story that I don't have to try and put you through. It's really just let me know. What actually happens? I'll let you know if I need a roll, or, like he wanted to say how he dies at a party in old age. He rolled, okay, he got one of those.
So I
He's
find
not sure.
another couple bottles of age suppression.
At a certain point, that
The
would be very...
alchemist will come over, and we will learn that.
Alchemy, would be the kind of thing, again, like I said, with magic. A lot of, you wouldn't have a lot of the materials for, I'm
just saying. Bring him over, just be like, no, you come with me then, my friend.
But yeah, this and the last game were definitely a little of an interesting pair to run together.
Yes.
Well, one of them was people from modern world or other settings going into a fantasy world. This one was you guys being in a modern world dealing with fantasy people coming over here.
Now, would you ever want to run a completely just no magic modern game?
What's wrong with you?
I mean, I've done so in the past, but a lot of the plot lines for that require things like investigate. And I have learned with you guys, if I give you the verb and mission of investigate,
it turns real quick into waterboarding.
Yeah, well, no, it turns into, well, what do we do?
Yeah.
No, I like Batman, World's Greatest Detective.
Well, sometimes in those ones,
and then you get a bullet in your head.
We want to use just our skills. Like, me as a player, I do not know the specifics that go into investigate. I want to roll investigation.
But at that point, you roll an investigation, and either we just move past it, or I then explain what you do for you, and that is what the majority of the game is. So that kind of campaign can definitely be...
Grading on you.
Yeah, be the kind of thing that it just feels like I'm just telling a story.
Almost like it's supposed to be an interactive storytelling game.
Yes, but if I'm doing all of the storytelling and you guys don't take part, other than you are given the mission to investigate, I investigate. Here's what you find out. And literally, I investigate and a die roll is the only thing you had to do, and then I just keep talking. Then at that point, you might as well just have like a novel with a...
Don't worry, I'm always there to throw monkeys into your wrench.
Eats a
monkey to the works? Yeah, I know. Or a wrench into
A
the
wrench
work.
into the work, yeah.
Yeah, I'm always
Monkey
going to throw a
wrench into the
monkey
work.
into your wrench.
Don't throw monkeys. Otherwise, what's still happening here? Yeah, you ended up with. Yeah, you got NPC right, literally at the last game.
Yep. We were collecting them.
How was the Demi-Witch fight?
I hated that.
It
That was
was
really annoying.
That was, yeah,
It was
that felt like a
incredibly
slog.
tedious.
You guys just kept pursuing the thing that was supposed to get away, and you
No,
just turned it into a slog.
It was too powerful and evil, and wrecked the countryside to let it away.
It was going to hurt people.
Yeah.
It was.
I don't like that.
But by all logic, it got away, but you guys just turned it into such a slog, and I'm like,
No.
At that point, what do I do?
You,
It has no logical reason to try to just turn and fight.
No. Its actual thing it should have done was fly straight up and just get out of sight. It kept coming back down in reach and slowing down. It should have just flew away.
Yeah, if it had gone straight up, there's nothing I could have done about it. Once it hit 2,000 feet, but I don't know how fast it goes.
Yeah.
And I would have started climbing up higher and still shooting at it, but still.
As just a skull-sized object in flying, it could have hid real easy if it wanted to stop dealing with us. But it kept making commotion.
Yeah, dropping down and trying to eat people.
Yeah, if it just went into a
Yeah,
random
trying
alley,
to heal, basically, yeah.
if it went into a random alleyway, waited an hour or two, then just flew away, it would have gotten away. And the dragon fight was fine.
But yeah, by the end, you could speak with the people from the other world. But what about that first, that long session once you actually had the Tiefling in captive? You just had your full roleplay session of just...
No, we Bob Rossed it. It was fine. We just happy little trees, man.
I think that was a big turning point in the campaign, because prior to that, it was a lot of monster each week kind of thing, and that started...
You not enjoying that, so...
Well, it's really just, eventually, you're getting more power, and do I really just want to keep up the same thing over and over? Oh yeah, you did multi-classing. How'd that work with unique classes?
Fine, but there was basically no reason to continue multiclassing.
There's not enough early level unique stuff to pick up.
I do only have, was it 3 or 4 classes? 4 classes? Yeah. Yeah, definitely a bit light on what I've created at this point, but it was enough for a game.
So I ended up going to Street Fighter to get Second Wind.
Yeah.
Or Extraction and all that.
But because we introduced it, by the time, if we ever revisit the setting, you can have, wizards and sorcerers, maybe warlocks, no clerics or paladins.
Well, yeah, I can do
Maybe.
it.
For all we know, this is how we find out which religion's real. Turns out Mormons were right all along.
It is.
They're the only ones with magic.
To be fair,
Mono-Christians.
I can tell you which one's real in my world.
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry, am
Mono-Christians
I running
combined.
Earth? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't like things like that. It bugs me.
Yeah, but that's why I just don't get into it in the game.
Yeah, it's way too much like real life. That's not what I'm here for. If I wanted to be depressed, I could go home.
But yeah,
I'd go home and be like, I didn't get anything done today.
You got plenty of stuff done today in the game.
I got 1.5 loads of laundry done today, and 1 out of the 2 loads of dishes that needs doing. I didn't get anything done today. It was sad.
To be fair,
you hooked up with a
remember.
Goliath lady.
Yeah.
Just start counting in-game accomplishments as your own personal accomplishments.
Rollins did that. I'm not going to claim anything with that. Don't get me wrong, I got no problem with tall ladies. But 8 feet's pushing it.
8 feet and bald. Covered in tattoos.
Tattoos I don't mind.
To be fair, there's been other games where he's gone for bald tattooed ladies.
I played a bald tattoo lady.
Oh, yeah.
And she was so strong.
So strong, able to blow all of her points in single combat.
Here's this red shirt, here's this crossbow, go stand on the wall. Aww.
Any other comments for me?
I like it. I'd like It's to expand in the future and try again.
And yeah, and I know one of the things going into this as far as the campaign to run, Nick actually mentioned why don't you run a game where, like, having fantasy people in the world is like a normal thing? And I was like, I just can't imagine a world like that. And about halfway... What?
What?
Well, no, it's just like, that just didn't logically make sense to me. However, through this campaign, you basically set the foundation where in the future I could do that, just running it literally in the future of this campaign.
Which
while
means-
I couldn't do it in an abstract world-building method, I totally can follow up on...
We could go and take down the evil corporation run by Rolen Gildersleeve, who somehow has managed not to age. With his gigantic wife.
You're basically saying you want to be the villain?
I want to be the villain. So bad. How annoying it would be to be like the two
win,
villains.
but only with a mysterious silver dragon who wears a mask.
No, the two villains is like a super duper melee lady and super duper range dude. Very dangerous couple.
Yes.
And who knows what monstrosities of children they made.
Any other comments?
Nope.
Do you have fun?
Yep.
Good. Then I have fun. Well, thank you for joining us, and yeah, the idea is the next campaign is going to be an Underdark campaign, and the hope is to get one more person. I got a new table during this, a little bit bigger, and I got one more friend that I'm hoping to bring along that's not been in any of the role-playing games with us for quite a while, since I've been basically running all my games here. Filmed and in a little more. Basically, you take up one of the seats at the table. Can't put anyone at the end. But now that I have a bigger table, we can scoot.
You and Jesus have the same problem.
Last Supper reference.
It's like, where's all these people over here?
We got
They
one
won't
table,
fit.
but all of you have to sit on one side.
Well, that's how we run it around here. But yeah, so that's the hope for the next game, Underdark campaign. Definitely looking forward to it. Hope you will as well. Thank you for joining us. Bye.